Hey, what's up, class? This is my presentation on Chapter 16, the Cognitive Approach. I know what all you guys are thinking right now. Is this guy really doing a presentation from inside his room? No, I'm right in front of you, but this is just a video. We'll be covering the Freudian concepts of transference and repression. Then we'll move into gender and memory. And lastly, we'll finish with cognitions and depression. So let me cue the music and let's let the journey begin. So what is transference and repression? Well, if you flip back to chapter 3, alright, well, let's just all take a journey there. As you can see, repression is an active effort by the ego to push threatening material out of the conscious or to keep such material from ever reaching the conscious. Now let's flip to page 60 to see what transference is. Transference is emotions associated with other people in past situations that are displaced onto the therapist. There is also such thing as countertransference, but I figure you guys are all smart enough to figure out what that means. Now let's jump ahead 400 pages to find out what gender and memory is all about. Obviously, gender by itself is pretty self-explanatory, along with memory. It's kind of like a Hakuna Matata, so it's pretty self-explanatory. One thing to draw your attention to is on page 461, the chart of personal experience and what men and women can recall. It's interesting that women usually can recall personal experiences better than men in the 3 year, the past year, and in the past week. However, I'm sorry ladies, if you're trying to talk historical facts, men tend to be better at that. So women, if you're wondering what to talk to guys about, talk to them about how many times their football team has lost or won, and if they're going to make it to the playoffs or not. Moving right along, we're going to get into cognitions and depression. So that is on page 465. There are three main parts to cognitions and depression, one of them being depressive cognitive triad, the next term being depressive schema, and last but never the least, negative cognitive style. Each of these terms can be found between 465 to 468. I'm not going to define these terms because I know each one of you guys knows how to use Wikipedia, so I'll leave that up to you guys. Here are two quick videos, one being about cognitive therapy and the other one being about family therapy.
Wait. Are you the famous cognitive therapy psychologist? Are you Mr. Boris?
I believe so. How can I help you?
You see, I want you to help me with my personal life experience problem. My name is Lola.
Okay. How can I help you, Lala?
You see, I feel very afraid and depressed each time I go to a beach. I feel like such a disappointment and such a failure because of going to a beach.
And you also talk like a robot. I see. Tell me about around the time when these feelings began.
It started after my trip to the Caribbean. That was a couple of weeks ago. I went to the beach a lot. My friends and I had lots of fun. We dived in the sea, partied in nightclubs, drove across the island, even though it was raining all week. One day we bought a bag of bananas. I ate so many that I had to puke in front of everyone.
Did that make you feel uncomfortable?
Of course not. Well, not after everyone else threw up shortly.
What happened after?
We got caught by the local rangers. My friends made me pay the fee for everybody's mess.
Your friends suck, Lala. How did you feel because of that?
I felt alright. They were robbed the next day.
Robbed? Why weren't you robbed too?
Because I saw a huge spider this big. It was sitting under my beach umbrella. I ran away.
Do you think that spider might be the reason you are afraid?
Of course not. When I was young, my dad had arachnophilia. So I ran to call him about it.
Did you take the robbery of your friends emotionally?
No. They suck.
I see. Now tell me, Lala, was that the only beach that you went to?
No, we went to other ones. But not too many, because it was raining so much.
Okay. Did you go swimming at all, Lala? Were you scared of anything in the sea itself?
No, I didn't swim much. Not many people did.
Tell me, Lala. You don't smoke pot, do you? And you didn't make all of this up during a REM cycle?
Mr. Boris, are you serious? I thought you were a real man, not just a psychologist.
Yes, indeed. What happened after your friends were on?
Nothing happened.
What do you mean nothing happened?
Just nothing. I don't remember.
Lala, try remembering really hard.
Okay. I can't.
Well, in this case I have to say that you may have a mild version of the dissociative fugue disorder.
No way. I took psych in college. This cannot happen to me.
And that's called belief bias, my dear.
Family therapy? What the hell is this?
You said we were going out for frosty chocolate milkshakes.
Well, I lied. Simpsons? Welcome. So what brings you to family therapy? Well, Doc, it's like this. They're all driving me crazy. I don't know what to do.
Not my
Wish I was
fault.
an orphan.
Lisa!
Oh boy, mints.
Go ahead, take one. We never laugh anymore, Doc.
You can say that again.
When Homer's right, he's right.
For once, the old man's correct a Rooney.
Shut up! I'm sensing some deep-seated hostility here. Why don't we all take a deep cleansing breath? Don't you think you've had enough mints, son?
I ain't leaving till that bowl's empty.
Put those mints back, boy.
Blech.
Ew.
Lord, you little slob! You ruined the whole bowl!
Don't talk to my brother like that, you big oaf.
Oh! Why, you little borderline psychotic! No one talks to my daughter like that. Oh, yeah? Now you're gonna bully me like you bully your kids?
We don't like you, sir.
Leave this office, please.